What's up? We're back again, and today we're talking about how productive rest and stillness actually is, and how everything in you is going to tell you the opposite, but I'm going to convince you. I'm going to tell you the truth. What's up? I am Caroline. I hop on here every day, most days, sharing my lived experience, life experience, golden nuggets I've picked up along the way. And right now, I'm going through such a cool phase where, long story short, I'm sure if you keep watching these videos, more of it will come up. I am living with my birth mom and my siblings for the first time. And over the past 3-4 months, my mind has been blown because I have never seen myself in other people. So my whole life, it's going to make me emotional. I thought that there was something deeply wrong with me, because I couldn't relate to anybody in my immediate family. We acted differently, we had different tendencies, we looked different, and I never realized the difference because most people grow up with their biological parents, see themselves, are understood, understand without having to explain themselves. And one of the big reasons I think why my life has been in so many crazy places is because I was always trying to fix myself, find myself, and that obviously has taken me to a really great place where I have deeply found myself and continue to find myself on levels that people my age can't quite relate to. And now I'm able to be a secure human in my own self, accepting all the things within me. But now I can see my automatic tendencies, it's whole nature versus nurture. All of my DNA, all my nature things that I've tried to fix over the years or change and then had to come back to just accept and be. I get to witness them in other people for the first time, and it is so cool. And I have a 10-year-old little sister who you see on Sundays, and she's 10 years old. And she already has way more emotional maturity, understanding, awareness than I ever had. And I am lucky to offer a lot of skills that I've learned to her that have helped me kind of calm down. But I noticed that over the weekend, she was processing some big feelings, some big emotions. And she was just like, go, 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 go. Like, she wanted to go longboard, and then we wanted to go get frozen yogurt. We were doing all these things. And then when she sat still, she totally zoned out. And you could tell that she was like processing things. And I was like, whoa. Like I did that all growing up. I was like, go, go, go. Couldn't sit still for longer than 5-10 minutes. I was always trying to get my family to do things, and they were fine just like being. And I was always zzz. And for a while I interpret that just like I've been thrown all the mental health things, done the addictions. So I was like, oh, it was probably just this and this and this. When in actuality, no. I am a human that has really big feelings. And yes, that is a gift, and I didn't know what to do with it when I was younger. So I avoided, I didn't let myself sit still, and when I did sit still, I would have to completely disassociate because it was too much for my body to hold and handle. Full circle coming back to what I was witnessing in my sister, and I was talking about it with my mom this morning, like, I wonder, you can tell that she has really big feelings and she doesn't know how to process them. She's freaking 10 years old. And a way to cope with that is to move the energy through doing things. And then when you're sitting in it, it's too big for you to be aware of, so you do kind of have to dissociate. So I was seeing all these things that I've experienced, saw all their purpose. And then I was reflecting on the phase that I'm going through right now of more stillness and rest than ever before. All of last year, I was in pretty much competition prep for bodybuilding 10 months out of all of 2024. There were 2 months off, but I still was doing the cardio, doing the workouts, doing the meal plan, so I was still pretty much in it. And because bodybuilding is such a lifestyle, there's no on and off season. It just, you have different goals and different road marks and different roadmaps during different times of the year. So every day I would get up, I'd have 30 things to do, learning how to run a business, having clients, really go, 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 go. Even on my rest days, I was still getting 10,000 steps in, waking up and doing the sauna. Like, I was always up, moving, doing, sleep. And that has not been the case in 2025. I have sat still, true stillness, where I'm present with myself. Not still watching TV or still reading a book or still engaging with somebody else. Being still with myself. And I knew this, but now I really know it because I've embodied it. Stillness and rest is the most productive thing. Not only is it productive, but it is the most productive thing. Because I've been way more creative, way more courageous, and I've actually gotten more done if you're looking at things in the past couple of weeks than I have in a long time. Because I'm allowing myself the stillness. Instead of consuming all this stuff and doing all this stuff, I am being and creating, which are two totally different things. And we live in a world, in a culture, in a society that praises people for productivity. How much can they do? How disciplined can they be? How many check boxes can they hit every day? How well can they manipulate their food and their diet and their workouts to look good? But what about being and feeling good? That doesn't happen when we push and shove and hustle. That happens when we receive, right? Even when we do acts of kindness for other people, it still feels good, which is something that draws us to do it again. And so you may look at this thinking it's probably the most selfish thing I could say is just to be and do nothing. But that is where the magic happens. Because that is when your nervous system downregulates. That's when you can observe your feelings and your thoughts and disassociate from them, because you are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You have feelings. You have thoughts. You can do things with them, but you are not depressed. You're experiencing depression symptoms as a warning sign of other things in your life that you've been neglecting. You don't have anxiety. You are experiencing anxious tendencies and anxious tidbits because you are avoiding other things in your life. You don't have chronic illness. You are experiencing dis-ease in your body because of things you are neglecting. And when you sit and you be and you're still and you rest and you take things slow and you observe, that is when you can make conscious decisions. That is when you can decide who you want to be. Instead of running on autopilot off of somebody else's road marks of things that they said are good and worthy. What about the things you want to do? What about the things you want to create? What about your body? Are you connected with it? We have our head and we have our body. We can use our head to control our body. And yes, that produces results. I've experienced it in many, 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 many levels. I'm a high achiever. I'm always chasing that top 1% in whatever realm it is to feel okay, to feel worthy. But we also have a body, which just actually takes up a lot more than our little heads. What were to happen if you were to live in your body, listen to your body, and use your heart and your body as a guide instead of fighting it, manipulating it, being at war? What if you integrated it and listened to it and honored it? Because then you wouldn't have to push and shove as hard as you think you do. You wouldn't have to hustle harder. You would just have to align with what's going to take you there. Life is not about suffering and proving. And for a long time, I thought it was. I thought the harder I pushed, the harder I suffered, the more I did, the harder I worked, the more I would get. But I got nothing. I lost myself and continued to lose myself. And I've uncovered so many layers, and I'm sure there's way more, of things that I did to manipulate my external environment, people's perception of me, just so that I felt okay. Because in that stillness, I had feelings that I didn't know what to do with. Big feelings. I had regret. I had shame. I had guilt. I had fear. And none of those things are bad. They're giving us information. And there's nothing more magic than the ability to be still and that be enough. And that be okay. And that be a safe place. My body, my stillness, my alone time, when I'm not consuming anything from my phone, from my laptop, from other people, when I'm in my cute little meditation corner or sitting outside doing yoga, moving my body in slow, still ways that I'm connected with my breath, those are the best moments. And I'm not doing them for somebody else to watch, for someone else to see what I'm doing or what I'm getting out of it. I'm doing it for me to be with me. I never thought I would sit in front of anything or anyone and tell you to do less. Because I played into the system for a long time. Been the health and fitness coach. I mean, like Clients still come to me wanting to push in harder to get X, Y, and Z. And that's what bodybuilding was. It was me pushing really, really, really hard to fit somebody else's mold of what the bikini athlete should look like so that I could get the trophy and the worthiness and whatever. And I was really good at it. I got first place in all of my local competitions, went to nationals twice in my first year of competing. I was good at it because I know how to play the freaking game. But you know what the freaking game does? Is it takes us out of ourselves so we no longer actually are making free will decisions. We're following somebody else's Candyland map, and it looks really nice, but doesn't feel good. Because now my body is screaming at me louder than it has in a long time to shut the fuck up, sit down, and listen. And I'm listening, and it's telling me not to do anything. But the coolest thing is nothing feels hard. I'm not forcing anything. Like I said, I'm more creative than I've ever been. Opportunities are flowing my way, and I am content. I am not chasing an achievement right now. The most important things in life to me right now are sitting with my family, learning about the people in my life, connecting with myself, and honoring my body. And it's blowing my mind because I never thought there was purpose in the stillness. I never thought I could find safety in my body in the stillness. And it has taken a freaking village to get here. I have mentors and teachers and practitioners of all the woo-woo things that are absolutely incredible that have helped me get here. And friends that hold me accountable. And you don't get there alone. And you don't have to get there alone. But being alone and being okay with that is magical. And it only happens when you show up and you choose you. When you start making decisions that make you feel good. Especially when they don't make sense. When they don't make sense, that is when you follow it. My favorite decisions are the ones, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to listen to it. Because that's your heart. That's your intuition. That's the universe's way of guiding you. We could nerd out on all the neuroscience stuff. If you can figure it out in your brain, that is logic. Your brain only has evidence from the past. So if you can figure it out, you've done it before. And if you're looking to seek safety in your body and you've never done it before, do the things that don't make sense. Call the person, go to the place, say no to the thing, because that is when things open up beyond your belief. So I invite you to be still today. I take my clients through a practice that I have them do daily called the moment of stillness. It's 3 minutes. You set a timer on your phone and you just sit and you be. And you can take yourself through a body scan, checking in on your body sensations, your thoughts, your feelings, tension in your body, or you can listen to your breath for 3 minutes. Or you can look around the room and just name things on the wall for 3 minutes. Do something still with no distraction, without your phone, without consuming anything, and just be. And once you kind of get more comfortable in that, you can check in with your body. And I always like to end it with a shaking off. See what's coming up and then shake it off. Emotions are energy in motion, and when we block that, we get dis-ease. So it's not a mystery that the health of our country is plummeting down, and we keep hearing more and seeing more about what we have to do, what we have to buy, how we have to be. It's not about doing more. It's about being more of you, because there's only one of you. How freaking cool is that? I want to know you. I want to know your unique you. Not the you that you've manipulated to put in a mold that you think will make somebody else happy. I want to know you. And guess who wants to know you more than that is you. Yes, it's scary because it's going against everything that the world tells us. But your authenticity is magic. You can offer something to this world that nobody else can. And that is your superpower. Our greatest purpose in life is when we turn our pain, our triumphs, into something magic. That's what I do on this channel. That's what I do with my coaching. That's what I'm doing with my business in this next new chapter of completely rebranding to be more authentically me. Because that is the most magic thing I can offer, is just my authenticity. And I'm getting more comments on these videos because it's resonating. And the more I step into my authenticity, the more magic comes my way. And there is not a doubt that that's happening for you. Is going to happen, can happen. You have to choose you. What lights you up? This video was all over the place. But let's go over some takeaways if I can remember them. You are safe. You are safe, you are safe, you are safe. To feel, because guess what? Feelings don't last that long. They tell us really good information. So practice stillness. Rest is productive. If you're stepping into a new phase of life where you want to handle more, you're looking for expansion, you want more income, you want a safer relationship, you want more opportunities, you want more clients, whatever it is, if you want more of something, you have to be able to hold more. And guess where we rejuvenate, we grow, is in rest. If you want to get sciencey with it, when we sleep, in REM sleep, that is when our cells repair, our brain moves everything where it needs to go. So if you're not resting, how do you expect yourself to expand and be bigger and bolder and take up more space? Because you deserve to take up all the space. And when we think we're doing more off of somebody else's framework, we're actually making ourselves smaller and manipulating everything, which is not expansive. Keeps you stuck. You're not actually making decisions. You're on, like I said, somebody else's Candyland map. So what does your Candyland map look like? Choose you, follow you, especially when it doesn't make sense. And I thought this video was going to be about rest is productive. And there's way more I want to say on that, so we'll save it for another day. But know that you can do it. You are strong enough to feel whatever, to sit with it in silence, and you deserve to know yourself. Not the you that's been manipulated for the outside world, the true you. Take off those layers. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's the most brave thing you can do. But guess what's on the other side? Waiting for you to come home. You. So go out there, have a still week. I love you big. Y'all are freaking rock stars, and we'll talk soon.